Hey, what's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's doing great this evening, morning, whatever, wherever you are. Got a guest this week. I'm very excited to talk to him. So, we've just been chatting for the last sort of 10 minutes. So, might as well just bring him in and get straight into it. And yeah, it's Andy, also known as Straight Out of Coruscant.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Awesome to meet you. It's awesome to actually chat with you. I know we've been sort of
Yeah,
teamed this up for the
typing.
last couple of weeks, and yeah, I double booked last week because I had Sith Lord and Daniel East on last week. So yeah, awesome. I'm glad you could take out a little bit of your time on your Saturday morning to have a chat
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
for a little while. So we'll just let some people sort of roll in. So we'll just have a little bit of a chatski first. Comments
Sounds
roll in.
good.
Have you got anything new this week? I haven't caught up with any of your videos this week, but
yeah, right. I've got a couple of bits. Do you want me to show you?
Go for it.
Yeah. So this one was coming out in the UK. Got the retro Boba prototype, not Boba,
Oh, no.
Stormtrooper.
Nice. I like the art on the box, on the card.
Yeah. What I really like is this one on the back.
Mm.
You know, where they're shooting with the when they're Luke and Leia, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I got this one for X-Wing.
Oh,
really
nice.
wanted it, yeah, with the yellow ladder. So I was really waiting
Yeah.
for that. But
I like that the figure actually has like Luke's gawky smile.
yeah,
Like it's such a strange release. Like it's cool. Like it's that I love that sort of San Diego Comic Con from 2008 or 9? 2009.
Yeah,
I
it was a
think.
long time ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
2009. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So
Which doesn't feel like that long ago, but yeah, that's a cool one. I like that. I never did get that figure, but I don't have the X-Wing, so.
Oh, okay. You got the Red 3 and the blue leader.
No, the Pose X-Wing.
Oh, Pose. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still like to get the blue one. That's just sort of come out, but I haven't seen it anywhere in Australia yet. So if anyone in Australia has sort of picked one out anywhere, let me know because I wouldn't mind grabbing one. Yeah, we've got some people in the chat. Linda's here. She says hello. Hope you're doing well, Linda. Darth Rock's here.
Oh, Darth Rock.
About to stream himself. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good stream, mate. Thanks for popping by.
He's got a good wall coming on, doesn't he? With the vintage collection.
Yeah, he does. Got a really good wall coming along. He's looking fantastic. Mr. Matthew Martin, hope you're doing well, mate. We're doing well. And Sci-Fi's here. We're doing well. I'm doing very well. And Michael's here. Thanks, Michael, for coming and hanging out. Says, "G'day, Jesse, and Straight Out of Coruscant. Is he going to take us on a tour of his hometown?"
Maybe one day,
Let's do it. Awesome. So I thought I'd just run by. You're reasonably new to the whole YouTube thing. How long have you been doing it for?
I think 3 months. I released my first video. So I made an Instagram account first. I think that was when the 3 months started. So YouTube probably about 2.5 months. Yeah, not very long. But
what sort of got you into wanting to do a YouTube channel?
I think I was like really into collecting, but the whole community is like on these like lives. You can see that everyone like interacting with each other, and I don't really have many friends that are into Star Wars. So like I only like one or two, and I don't really see them that often. So to have the bigger community is like someone to talk to. Like I talk to people every day now about Star Wars. So
yeah, I think a lot of us are in the same boat. Like we're all Star Wars fans, and I've been doing this YouTube thing for like over 10 years now, and it's one of the best things is the people you meet, you talk to, and they're people that are, if we're all from the same hometown, we'd all be hanging out every weekend with Star Wars toys and stuff like that. So it's awesome to be able to get to know people. So thought we'd just sort of take the opportunity for some of my viewers to get to know you as well, and hopefully we can get a little bit of extra traffic over your channel, being reasonably new. So
thank you.
That'd be a good fun thing. So I gave you a list of questions during the week, so we'll kick off with some of them. I think if you're happy to.
Yeah, go for it. Sounds good.
We'll just sort of in between. I'll try and keep up with the chat and what's going on there.
Sure.
So we'll kick off with the first one. What are your first memories of Star Wars?
First memory. So I think I watched the A New Hope originally first. Probably when I was about 10. My sister put it on. I was like, "Oh, what's she making me watch now?" And then after 10 minutes, I was sick. Couldn't believe it. With the droids crashing on Tatooine and the Tantive 4 scene, I was hooked. And then I think I fell asleep halfway through because I was like very young. And then I woke up for the ending, like the trend run, and just remember that. So then that was about the same time that the Phantom Menace came out. So then I was just hooked from then.
Straight into it. Yeah, so very much of the prequel generation, but your first sort of first sort of exposure was A New Hope.
Yeah, so I was born in the 90s, so prequels is definitely what I grew up with.
Yeah, I had a very similar. I was born 87, so I sort of had a little bit of memory of like the originals as they come out.
Yeah.
Sort of when they all started coming out before the special editions in 97. But I was definitely there for the prequel era. Definitely grew up through those prequels.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite Star Wars film?
Oh, this is hard. I've been thinking about it. Like, probably I'll base it on what I'd go to watch more often than the others, I'd say. So
yeah,
I'd probably go for Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, right. So, nice.
It was like a toss-up between Attack of the Clones or Rogue One. But I think Attack of the Clones has, good action. I think that Geonosian battle scene is incredible. And like the first look of the clones on Kamino, that fight scene with Jango Fett and Obi-Wan, Mace Windu walking into that arena. Dun, dun. Count Dooku. So that's probably the movie that I would go back to watch.
Yeah. It's always a hard question to answer because depending on like your mood, what you're sort of into, like with us being Star Wars like figure collectors and stuff, it's like, I just got, a character from this one. I'm really into that right now. So it's like, Return of the Jedi is my favorite this week and next week.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to rank them all, Attack of the Clones probably ends up at the bottom most times out of 10.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching Attack of the Clones, I love it. Like it's my favorite while I'm watching it. But
and I find myself buying a lot of prequels and Clone Wars stuff at the moment. So I just got to think it's probably that.
They did so much world building with the figures back in the day with the prequels.
Yeah.
I sort of recently, or within the last couple of years, I got the Geonosis playset, and
great.
I've sort of gotten the beasts as well, and I've built up the Separatist sort of council on the table, and just trying to fill out my Attack of the Clones shelf a little bit more. And now I look at it, I'm like, it's probably one of my most populated shelves now with figures. Alongside probably, let me have a look. Return of the Jedi is probably the main one. And then, probably Attack of the Clones, followed by A New Hope.
There's so many figures for, Attack of the Clones and Return of the Jedi. It's unbelievable. And, that playset, you got the Republic gunship, speeder bikes, the Zam Wessel speeder, Anakin speeder. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year we'll get something, but maybe
not. 20th anniversary stuff. But...
I'm a bit worried about it, to be honest. I don't think they'll get much, but what can you do?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like something they'd dive into if they haven't already. Sort of, well, I've always said the Anakin and Padme that they put out in the Black Series in the 3/4 ones. I'm like, they should be on vintage cards by now. Like they're just the main sort of outfits from the movie. Like put them on a card. Like they'd look fantastic, but.
I'll be happy with one wave. Like, just give me 5 figures. I don't care if they're repacks or the figures have been done before. Just give me 5 figures and I'll be happy.
Usual Mike's here. Hey, mate.
Hope you're doing well. Mike. How you doing?
And Attack of the Sci-Fi says Attack of the Clones has made my display huge. No room for that generation playset though. Yeah, I know. It's there's so many figures, and even like I went through quite a few years of those sort of pre-posed ones from 2002, 2003 that come out in the blue boxes.
Yeah.
And over the last few years, I've sort of had a rekindled appreciation for them because just the way they display, and particularly in that Geonosis arena that I have now, like to have them all sort of pre-posed is really cool. And then later, further on down the shelf, I've got all the different articulated ones mixed in there, like their updates, and it works really well.
Yeah, I'm not very good at articulating my figures, so I always get like my partner to do it. So having those pre-posed ones is quite nice.
Yeah, they do look cool. Like for the longest time, I was like, I hated them because you couldn't actually make them do anything cool. But it's like now that I'm like, I can get a cool photo of them in an awesome pose.
Yeah.
Don't know how to at people on the phone. Technological mastermind, Mr. Usual Mike Television. So next question we'll go with who is your favorite character?
Favorite character, Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you get Tano Tuesday, don't you?
Tano Tuesday. Yeah. So I started watching the Clone Wars. I didn't watch it until lockdown when my work was closed for like 2.5 months. And I binge watched the whole of it. And awesome. I think season 7 was released then as well. So yeah, I think because I stayed with it consistently, I constantly watched it the whole way through, that I could just see the evolution. Evolution from the very young one to that last scene of season 7, and it's unbelievable. It's like character growth is incredible, isn't it? And then Rebels, you got your last scene with Vader at the end of season 2.
Yeah, that blows my mind every time.
Yeah, it's just you get to send chills down my neck.
The amount of grief she got as a character back in like 2008 when that Clone Wars movie came out, just because it's like people just didn't know how to react. I think I was one of them. Like I never hated the character, but I was kind of like, how does Anakin have a Padawan sort of in the middle of the clone between 2 and 3? There's only like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
But growing, sort of getting older myself with Clone Wars and watching Ahsoka sort of get older and, take the way from, being Snips to Fulcrum in Rebels, and now we're seeing her in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's just the characters come full circle and just such a very well developed character over the years, and everyone loves her. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I think it was from that season 7 release that everyone just really got on the hype train, didn't they? And now she's so popular, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like even people who sorry, go on.
No, she's definitely a top 5 for me, absolutely.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, even people who haven't really watched many of the movies, they know about her. So they're not even big Star Wars fans, but they know about Ahsoka Tano. It's unbelievable.
It's just within the next few years, I reckon, with Ahsoka having her own TV series and just getting so much more exposure to just the general populace of Star Wars fans and just the general populace in general, like looking at pop culture stuff. Like I think she's going to become very much an iconic part of Star Wars. Maybe not to the extent of someone like Vader or the way Mando or Grogu is now, but she'll definitely be up there.
100%.
Definitely got a big future for Ahsoka. So another favorite question: what's your favorite background character or alien?
Favorite background character or alien? I like Elan Sleaze from that bar scene.
Fantastic.
It's just funny, isn't it? Like, it didn't have to be in the film, but it was. And yeah, it's so iconic, isn't it? Everyone likes that scene.
Yeah. I've got one of the I don't know if you've seen the like the character guides and stuff. And there's, I think it's in the Attack of the Clones locations book, and it's got like a fold out of the nightclub.
Yeah.
And there's a little drawing of him on the outside, and it says, "Here's Elan Sleaze going home to rethink his life." Like it's just like after, and he's walking off.
There's loads of memes about it now, isn't there?
I haven't seen many, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I might have to have a look.
Yeah, so funny.
I clearly don't search the Elan Sleaze. I still need that figure. That's one figure I still need for my Attack of the Clone shelf.
Yeah, it's good. It comes with like the bar piece as well, and then Obi-Wan has the other bar piece, so you can make it like, a little bit longer.
I've got the Obi-Wan, but I don't have him.
They're like slotting together, I think, don't they?
Yeah.
The bars, yeah.
I'm gonna do an eBay search right now while we're talking. No, he was played by an Australian guy called Matt Doran, who was also in the Matrix, the second Matrix one.
Oh, was he?
He was Mouse.
Mouse, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. Which I haven't watched the Matrix since they come out. So it's been a long time.
It was like about the same time, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. I don't even know if I spelled it right.
I think like an underrated one that I really like as well is Bail Organa. So he's referenced in A New Hope. He's not in A New Hope, is he? Yeah. But yeah, one from the prequels would be Bail Organa or
I recently went back and watched the deleted scenes from The Phantom Menace, and they had a different Bail Organa in that. They hadn't cast Jimmy Smits.
Oh, really? Different character?
Yeah, it was a different actor.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find picture Bail Organa, Phantom Menace. So yeah, they'd gone and recast him.
Oh yeah, exchange like.
Yeah, it's weird that. Yeah, I think they've recently gone and they've called him Bail Antilles though. So, but I believe he was meant to be Bail Organa.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Usual Mike likes Rio Durant as a background character, as a secondary character. Sci-Fi likes Coleman Tribble.
Yeah.
He almost stopped the Clone Wars from happening. He almost took out Count Dooku.
He was the Jedi in the arena, wasn't he?
Yeah, he jumped up and he went to take a swing at Dooku, but Jango shot him off the edge.
Got ya.
And Michael Diggs, K2SO. Yes.
Yeah.
K2. He's one of the best droids they've done.
That film is so sad. Like, it's a great film, but everyone dies, don't they?
Yeah, it is a bummer. I'm so excited. Like Michael said, I'm pumped for Andor, and I really hope we get that meeting between Cassian and K2.
Yeah.
Collecting Unleashed. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're well.
Right.
Favorite droid? Now that we're talking about droids.
Favorite droid? Probably have to be R2-D2.
You gotta stick with the classics.
Yeah. There's no other droid that stands out as much as he does, really, doesn't he? Costa Coffee now, yeah. Like every film, he's there, isn't he? So from the Phantom Menace, when he's fixing that thing on the ship, and when they're running the blockade, then you got in Return of the Jedi when he shoots out Luke's lightsaber on the barge. It's just when he sets those super battle droids on fire in Revenge of the Sith. There's so many great times, isn't there?
And he spent most of Force Awakens under a sheet, which was probably the main thing I don't like about that movie. I love Force Awakens, but the fact that R2 got ditched under a cape was a bit of a poor choice. But Luke's here, Right Reynolds Reviews. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. R2 is the hero of every film.
Yeah.
It was sad. I saw a meme recently. It was like R2 was there for the birth of Leia and the death of Leia. I was like, oh, that's
a
bit of a bummer.
Mm.
Because he was there right when she disappeared at the end of Rise of Skywalker. So that was a bit of a sad moment, but I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? He's every film, isn't he? Well, apart from Rogue One.
Solo.
Yeah.
That little cameo in Rogue One. Scarif, we're going to Scarif.
Yeah. That's it.
He's like, shut up, gold robot.
Yeah.
R2D2 is all seeing and all doing. He absolutely is. All right. What moment in Star Wars makes you happy?
What moment in Star Wars makes me happy? Probably when in Return of the Jedi, when they just flew into the Death Star and they fired their shot, and then they're flying out on the Falcon, and then Langa goes, "Yeah!"
That's a good moment, isn't it?
Yeah, that sends goosebumps everywhere.
I still love that the whole discussion between Han and Lando, like now with Solo in mind as well. There's that whole discussion with Han and Lando. They're just like, yeah, you know what? I promise, not a scratch. And you just see what Han's actually done to get the Falcon in the shape that it is. Like he just completely trashed it. He's like, yeah, don't you scratch it. Took off the satellite dish there.
Yeah, that scene is it's incredible, isn't it?
Yavin medal ceremony for Mike.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
I
honestly don't know. I can't. I mean, it all makes me happy, but I mean, there's moments that don't. But you know what? My probably the happiest moment that it's when it was in Solo, and it was the moment where Kira jumps out of the co-pilot seat and she's like, "Chewie, get in." And Chewie sits down. They both, Chewie and Han, just give each other this look.
Yeah.
Get the I was just like, yes. That's the best moment. I love that so much.
Good choice.
What moment in Star Wars makes you sad?
Makes me sad. I think when on episode 3, when they're on Mustafar, and then Padme finally realizes that Anakin is becoming Darth Vader, then he chokes her. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Yeah.
What about everyone else in the chat? What's a sad moment for you? No, so this is a happy one. From Sci-Fi being there when it was a standing ovation when the 1977 film finished. That'd be good.
That'd been incredible.
I'm 53 and seeing Luke at the end of Mando still makes me cry tears of joy.
Yeah.
When Luke tosses his saber in Last Jedi.
Yeah.
The hero's dying in Rogue One. Yeah, that's pretty rough, isn't it?
I think when Chirrut dies, it's like the sad, isn't it?
And it's just one after the other. It's just
it
just takes them out one by one.
When Bodhi gets blows up.
Luke saber toss is sad for the wrong reason. K2 dying, yeah. I think all the Rogue One, the whole Rogue One crew losing it is pretty sad. That sort of Jin and Cassian right at the end on the beach, and like at the very last second, you sort of see Cassian sort of open his eyes and look up in just like complete dread. Like that's just I find that to be a really sort of hard moment to watch.
Yeah, it's a great film, but it's a very sad film.
It is. It's just I just remember watching that, and I watched it, and then went the next morning with Red Leader One, fellow YouTuber here, and when caught up with him, we went and watched it, and yeah, I just remember thinking with him, just like, what are we watching? Like that moment where they drop the Tantive 4 out of the ship, and then it's all of a sudden you're inside the ship, and then running through it with. Oh, it's just the emotion was so high. It was just like, what are we watching? What is this? And then it's just like, yeah. And when before the Vader scene, he thought it was going to be Vader coming out in his TIE fighter.
Okay.
So he thought Vader was going to drop out in his TIE Advanced to start taking people out, but it was the corridor scene instead. It was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Collecting Unleashed here says Darth Vader always seen biggest smile I ever had on my face in the cinema.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, that rebel he holds on the roof, throws him off on the roof.
Yeah,
and then he swings his lightsaber through him. It's like, that is brutal.
It's unbelievable. That's one of the best scenes ever, isn't it?
It is. What's your favorite quote? That's a hard one to pick. There's so many.
Yeah, there's so many. Probably, one of them in Attack of the Clones, the Geonosian scene. You call this a diplomatic solution? No, I call it aggressive negotiations. Yeah, that's a pretty good. It always makes me chuckle. But yeah, there's so many, isn't there?
I saw a good meme the other day. It was from that scene on Geonosis.
Yeah.
And it's like when you try to impress your girl by laughing at her jokes, and it shows Anakin, but they've put the Leonardo DiCaprio face over it. It's like, yeah, what? No, I call it aggressive negotiations. And he's like, it's such a funny meme. I lost it.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one.
There's so many great quotes. I get a bad feeling about this. I have my favorite one tattooed on me.
What's that?
Never tell me the odds.
That's great. Yeah.
I got that one done at Celebration in Orlando back in 2017.
Pretty cool with that.
It's still held up really well. Probably one of my favorite tattoos, except for George Lucas. I don't know. Have you seen my George Lucas tattoo?
No.
That's
that's incredible. That's a nice bit of work.
Yeah, I got that one for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, well, you got like a friend who does it, something like that.
Oh, my tattoo artist, he put up a post sort of saying, I want to practice some portraits.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, drop in the comments like a picture of who you want to get tattooed, and I'll pick three people. I think he did.
Yeah.
One of the other ones he did was Cesar Romero Joker.
Yeah.
And I just remember getting a message from him saying, "Where are we putting George?" I was like, "What, really?" But yeah, I was super stoked. Like, I was just like, "This is insane," but amazing at the same time.
Really good as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm super stoked with it. Cheer it. A hood, I'm blind. That was a good moment.
Yeah.
Laugh it up, fuzzball. That's a good one too. What's the next one? Oh, what's your favorite piece of Star Wars music?
I don't know what it's called, but it's like this. That one.
Yeah, it's basically it's like the Force theme.
Yeah.
Rebel fanfare.
Could be. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
That's probably like like, you hear the song, like the music sometimes in the film, but you don't really notice it. Like when you notice, or it's like obviously the opening title is in the cinema, really loud, surround sound.
I'm someone that listens to the soundtracks quite a lot.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the music of Star Wars as well. So I find myself, I like to say I'm quite knowledgeable. I'm not big on like music theory or anything, but I'm sort of really big fan of the music, and the way John Williams sort of tied themes together without people realizing it for a long time, such as like Augie's municipal band from the end of Phantom Menace. So like where the kids are singing like the da 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 da, and that's actually the Emperor's theme as well from Return of the Jedi. So you got the. Let me just see if I can do this without YouTube claiming copyright or something. We'll see. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I didn't care. So yeah, we'll start with Phantom Menace. And we'll just get into... No. So you got the kids singing.
Yeah.
And then we go to Return of the Jedi. And I can't remember what track it's in. It might be this one. There it is. So like a sort of vocal choir in the background there. It's just this. It's the same melody as the kids singing in Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
It's just in a major key, but it's kind of like a nice little nod to like Palpatine rising to a place of power at the end of Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that for the first time. Yeah, and I remember hearing about that for the first time, and my brain just about exploded. And it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
John Williams, you absolute master.
It's all those small things that are like, oh, you're joking. Sort of.
Sci-Fi says Binary Sunset. And absolutely. That's just such a beautiful piece. Love the Rebel Fleet with end title. Yes, that is just... That's probably one of my favorite closing bits of music in Empire Strikes Back. That's... Yeah, I love that so much. So... next question. What's your favorite life message in Star Wars? And we've lost him for a moment. Let's hope we get him back. He's just dropped out, so maybe it's his public internet connection he's got going. But anyway, let's ask you guys in the chat while you're here. What's your favorite life message in Star Wars? Something you've taken away personally? Something you've taken away personally and applied to your life in some way, form, or another. Have we got him back?
I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
No, I just thought you dropped out for a second there. That's all good.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Yeah.
No worries at all. But yeah, so I was just sort of going on with what's your favorite life message in Star Wars, and that's kind of like the way I sort of describe that question is what's something you've taken out of Star Wars and sort of applied to yourself in real life, like I'll try and think of an example. So there's a good Qui-Gon quote, and I'm completely blanking now that I want to talk about it. Yeah, bear with me for a second because I will remember it.
Yeah, no worries.
So yeah, Qui-Gon says in Phantom Menace, it says, "Your focus determines your reality," and that's something that you definitely, if you sort of on a daily basis, I sort of try and think of that quote. Having a bad day, and you say, "Look, okay." If you focus on the fact that you're having a bad day, you're not going to change the fact that you're having a bad day. Whereas if you try and, your focus determines your reality. If you change your focus and saying, well, look, it's it's a bad day, but I need to look at some positives here and take the positives out of the day instead of the negatives. And it's a case of, that's something I've really sort of applied to real life as much as I can. So that's probably my example.
Yeah, I think maybe that there's good in everyone. Like I'm a person that always tries to see the positives in a situation or in people. Like even when people will tell me like, whatever it is, I'm always finding excuses to make it positive. And that might be me being like naive or, but it's just the way I am. So yeah, always finding a positive in a situation or in people, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a good trait to have is, you try and see people for the best versions of what they are before you sort of before looking at them as potentially someone that's not so good. You try and find the best in everyone. I think it's what people need to do more often. It's not, I don't think it's necessarily, probably for younger people, it's probably a naive thing, but once you got a little bit of like life lessons behind you and stuff like that, and you start to understand people, but still can try and take that notion with when you're meeting someone and you just sort of try and see the best in them. I think that's something that a lot of people could benefit from doing rather than just assuming the worst in someone straight away. We have a lot of that in today's society, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
You see someone that doesn't agree with your opinions, so you immediately write them off as being, someone that's not a good person, and it's not the case at all. It's just,
it's nice to be nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's easier to be nice than it is to be mean to someone and be a complete asshat.
Yeah.
Sci-fi says, as beings are we, not this crude matter. That's a good one too. I like that one. But my other one is never tell me the odds. Obviously, that's because it's tattooed on me. It's kind of
that's great. That's
just live your dreams and don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. Basically, is you're capable of whatever you want to set out to achieve. So I think that's a important one to live by too.
100%.
So we've got a bunch of sort of collecting questions now. I've got a few collecting based questions. That's
okay.
what we're all. That's kind of what brings us all together. We're all Star Wars fans, but we're all collectors and toy nuts as well. So the first one is, what's your favorite item in your collection?
Favorite item in the collection? I would say I have the Lego Big Millennium Falcon. Oh yeah.
The big one.
Yeah, I think 75192 or something like the big one. Yeah. I haven't built it, but it's there, and when I have my own place, then I'll build it. So yeah, that's probably it's a nice centerpiece, isn't it? Like once you build it, you're never going to move it anywhere because otherwise it'll probably break. So it's going to stay in one place, not move for like years. So yeah, that's the one.
How do you live every day knowing you've got that gigantic thing sitting in a box waiting for you? Are you not tempted? Like
to open it. Tempted to open it, you mean?
Yeah, tempted to open it and build it just because it's there.
I'm very tempted, but I didn't have any of them for the Smuggler's Run Millennium Falcon they bought out. I had to sell that. So if I bought it, then I have even no room for that either. So I just have to wait. Shouldn't be too long until I get a bigger place. So then,
nice.
Then we can sort everything out.
Yeah, get one of those nice coffee tables from IKEA that are like. There's one that's like I've seen a lot of people use that's almost like purpose built for that. It just happens to fit really well.
And it's like I don't really that's the only Lego thing that I have at all. So it's not like I've got a big Lego collection. It's just that because it's so it's iconic, isn't it? So yeah, one day.
Sci-Fi's asking, when do you get your own place?
Oh, it's probably within 18 months, I'd say.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so it's not. I've probably had it for at least 2 years. So I'm over halfway there from waiting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next comment here. I have my Lego UCS Falcon still sealed, waiting until I move and I can give it a permanent spot.
Yeah. As I said, you're not going to move it once you've built it, because
no.
Yeah.
Just saying to anyone who doesn't want their big Millennium Falcon, I have a nice little coffee table in here that would hold it beautifully, and I'd be happy to store and display it for you.
Take pictures of it for us, yeah.
My address is in the description below, so please. I will take your gigantic Lego Millennium Falcon and display it for you. So next question is there anything in your collection you consider to be unusual?
Unusual. I don't really have anything out of the general, collecting world, really. No, probably not. Probably not. I don't think so. I think it's just, vintage collection, Black Series, bit of Lego.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much the same here. I've got a couple of odd items. Like I've got a box of Star Wars Band-Aids.
Okay.
I have a box of cereal somewhere.
Yeah.
From 2015.
You get those, like, I've got those stickers that you put on a light switch and you press light side and dark side for when you want to turn it off and on.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice. I like them. I've seen them. None of our light switches fit those sort of things, though, because I've seen a few of them that are like purpose built for certain like light switch panels and stuff from around the world, but our light switches are so different that it's none of them would work properly. You
get like the more of the twisty turny things nowadays, don't you?
Oh, we got like it's a flick up and down switch, but it's not like a sticky outy switch. Like
yeah.
People are gonna think that's weird, but whatever. Probably I've got a new item my sister got for me. It's a Millennium Falcon chopping board.
Yes.
And
cool.
I remiss to sort of use it for chopping, or I probably should. But there's so many little like die cut grooves in it that I don't know, food and stuff like get stuck in there. It's going to get really sort of gross and moldy. Like I don't want to be like cutting chicken on this thing and have just like chicken residue juice. Sort of, and I don't want to risk putting it through the dishwasher.
If you cut too hard, you'll like ruin the detailing, wouldn't you? Yeah.
And she got me this a couple of years ago. It's a egg flip spatula. It says, "May the sauce be with you."
That's so she's cool.
So it's kind of like she's been starting to sort of get me wooden cooking implements and stuff.
Yeah, you have a Star Wars kitchen.
I can't see why that would be a problem.
Go for it.
Collecting Unleashed. My most unusual piece, probably a Jar Jar hand puppet. I have a plushy face hugger. That's cool. Darth Maul face washer. Hi Sienna. Hi Gaius. I know you guys are watching. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys are having a fun night. I've lost the questions now. Where are we? Is there any item you don't have in your collection that you'd love to have? Almost like a holy grail.
Sail barge. Yeah, I started collecting probably 2 months after it got backed. So I missed out, and then it's just a bit expensive now, isn't it?
There's always seems to be a few out there on the secondary market, but what people are asking for is just way too much, and they don't. I don't know if they actually sell.
Yeah, I had. There's this one guy I was talking to in England who had one in America, and then I offered him. Thought it was quite a good offer, but then he said I got a better offer somewhere else. I was like, they must be selling somewhere, but yeah, so expensive. I don't know.
I mean, it cost me to get one because I was lucky enough to get one through eBay when they basically, because they'd done their allotted number, and they basically said, look, we've got some left over because we had to basically produce a certain amount. So the extras are going to go to international people on eBay. So they did like a big eBay drop. I don't know how many there were. There must have been a couple thousand, or maybe not that much. But
that was when it was available. Sorry, go on.
So yeah, I managed to get one that cost me almost. It was somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 Australian dollars, which is, you know, 550, 600 pounds, I suppose.
Yeah.
Around there. And yeah, that was a lot, but it was, I don't know, worth every cent in my opinion. But because I love the thing, it's the centerpiece of my collection. And,
how do you display it? Like with the correct characters, or do you have fun with it, sort of thing?
So I'll try and spin the camera here. So yeah, I've got the barge. I've got 2 skiffs on either side. I've got a skiff on either side of it. But yeah, it's all open. And yeah, it's the only thing I'm missing is a Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
But I've got some sort of, I put some like lighting through it as well, so that flick open, like one of those little chain lights of like Christmas lights.
Yeah.
One little LED. So I managed to feed that wire sort of through the barge. So when I flick it on, it all sort of illuminates from inside the roof. I've done a video of that. Oh, it must be 6 to 12 months ago.
I'll go check it out. It sounds good.
Because it's the day I got that thing, I was just I couldn't believe it. I was just in a world of disbelief. That was just a collector's dream come true for like 3 3/4 inch. Like it's always been whispered about. Like there's always like, will Hasbro do a barge? It was always a case of it would have to be so big to get it sort of anywhere near sort of accurate. But to have it now is just, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I just need a Sarlacc pit, but I know that thing goes for stupid money.
Yeah.
They did one in 2008, I think. There was like a battle for the Sarlacc.
Yeah. When I had the battle packs, was it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And I think it was a Target exclusive in the US. But just the Sarlacc itself now, I remember someone was selling one at Celebration, and it was like $200 just for the it's like a little plastic mountain with a Sarlacc in it.
Yeah.
Well, I might just try and make one.
Yeah, I think there's something we do customs over there.
Yeah. Sci-fi grease sail barge. Only seen one barge in person 2 years ago on Comic Con. He's asking 1,500. He still had it this year now, asking 2,000. Would love to own one. That's a little too much for me.
Yeah.
That is a lot. Yeah.
It's like, I think there's not many sellers of the barge in the UK. So if I were to get one, I have to get it from America. And then the shipping there, I've checked, is like $1,000. So it's like,
yeah, because it's that big. You're actually paying for like cubic meters or cubic weight or something like that, as opposed to just the weight.
Yeah, so it'd be better, obviously, to find one in the UK, but we'll see.
One day. Skiff is dodgy, but the Sarlacc is nice. Yeah, rubbing it in that you've got a Sarlacc. Oh no. Darth Muzzo, what's going on, my man? Hope you're well.
Hiya.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. I have 2 of the vintage backdrops from the original 3 packs. Nice one. So let's get on to the next question. What is it about Star Wars memorabilia that you think is important to fans?
Personally, when I buy a figure, so my collection is mostly vintage collection at the moment, or 3 3/4. So with vintage collection, I don't really take them out of the box, so I like them carded for the cards. So the vintage collection figures aren't my priority. It's the card backs that I like the most. So I think, but for the loose collectors, they need something to open as well, don't they? So if Hasbro could do, obviously the vintage collection cards, but then another line, like before they used to bring out quite a few different lines at the same time. Even if there's like one line on at the same time as the vintage collection, then you'd satisfy both the loose and the carded collectors.
Imagine if they did a sort of a vintage collection figure where you can buy the card, the figure in the bubble, and you can say, okay, I want to keep it loose, so I'm going to play with it. Or you could just say, I'm going to leave it in the bubble and I'm going to stick that onto the card. And then you can go, okay, I got a carded version as well. And you can just, without ruining the packaging.
Yeah.
I think they already had that sort of debacle a few years ago with the Black Series 3 3/4 inch stuff where the cards were literally falling off because the glue was cheap.
Yeah.
And then the factories had to start sticky taping them on.
Like if you have a look on eBay for those Black Series ones, all of them are like bubble came away from the card or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been collecting for?
Probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah. So I lived in a different country for a couple of years, and then I came back in 2015, and that's when The Force Awakens came out. So probably around that time. So it's probably a bit longer than 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. What made you want to start buying Star Wars toys? What was it that? Just a whim, and then it just became a problem.
Yeah, it became a problem. Yeah. So, do you remember the Elite series that the Disney store brought out for The Force Awakens? I think.
Yeah, the die-cast.
It was die-cast,
yeah.
I bought those ones first, actually. And then I said, they're bringing lots of different figures out in the Black series that I don't have in the Elite series. So I bought all of the Black series. And I was like, okay, these Black series don't really, they're not very good in dioramas or world building. So I went on 3 3/4. So now that's where I am at the moment. So all these different ones.
And you have the same disease that we all have.
Yeah, I know. 4 years later, I'm here.
Collector's sickness.
Yeah, because I didn't really know about Hasbro back then. I just saw what was in the Disney shop, like in my local store. So then I was like, oh, Star Wars figures, I have those, and then just went from there really.
Yeah, snowballs.
Yeah.
Darth Maza, again, thanks for the heads up on the Costco wave at Kmart for $35. No worries, man. I'm pumped that people are finding them. They still haven't hit South Australia yet. I'm not sure why. They're probably just not letting trucks into the state yet, so we'll see. Hopefully they get here next week because I'm still after Costco and Zero, the Q90 from Mandalorian. They're the two from that wave I'm after. So I'm checking the website every day for stores that have them in stock.
Like Costco looks really good.
Yeah, and $35 each is actually a really good price down here in Australia these days because sort of the other big retailer that is doing Star Wars collectors, Zing Pop Culture, they're sort of doing it for $45 and then $55 for gaming rates, which is a scam, but it is what it is.
Isn't it?
But for Kmart to drop them at $35 is really good. They haven't had them for a couple of years, or it must be close to 18 months. They just haven't stocked Star Wars stuff, but apparently they got a new deal with Hasbro to stock their stuff. So it's fingers crossed that it's something that'll happen for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
But so we've got a couple of questions here just before we start wrapping up, and we'll just have a little bit of a gab afterwards. What are you most looking forward to in the future of Star Wars?
I want some new films coming out. I like the TV programs, but I don't know. The Bad Batch is a little bit repetitive for me. Like they'll go off and do something, but I think a film probably Solo 2 I want to come out if they ever do that. So yeah, that's what I'd look for. Yeah.
Hashtag make Solo 2 happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I honestly, now that I've sort of watched a couple of seasons of Mandalorian, know we got Book of Boba Fett coming out, I almost want Solo to be a TV series.
Yeah.
Well, they could take a little bit longer and hang out with the characters a little bit more.
Yeah, that's true.
Which would be cool, but yeah, I'd definitely take a movie, like a sequel. Like, imagine Han, like young Han and Chewie hanging out on Tatooine, taking over jobs for Jabba.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if there's any more.
Don't really need to see getting too close to A New Hope. Like, just keep it sort of out in the open, so there's plenty of time in between.
Are they planning any more films at the moment? I'm not sure.
So Taika Waititi is meant to be penned in for doing a film. I know Kevin Feige is apparently going to produce a film.
Okay.
But not sure what's going on there. The Rogue Squadron film that Patty Jenkins, the director from Wonder Woman movies, that's recently just been put on hold. So there's obviously something there they've decided to change the schedule or something. So there's something that's stopped that from happening.
Yeah.
And apparently there is a film happening. They're going to film it next year, but no one knows what it is. Okay. They haven't announced what it is. A lot of people are sort of saying it's going to be a like a Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Ahsoka sort of Avengers sort of crossover film. So
I'm all for it. Yeah,
I feel like that would, that if that's done right, that could go to cinemas. If not, Disney Plus could be a good spot for it.
Yeah, that's cool. At least because they got something coming.
Yeah, but at the moment I think their focus is pretty much on the TV series.
Yeah,
but we definitely haven't got as much coming as Marvel do.
Yeah,
like Marvel's just pumping it out. Gaming greats in JB Hi-Fi. I know. I find that funny that JB Hi-Fi, it's basically a music DVD multimedia store.
Yeah.
And they're selling action figures now down here. So
we got that in England as well. HMV. I don't know if you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
very similar thing.
Yeah, they're selling vintage collections now, so it's great.
Yeah, that's. Mortar Trooper was delivered yesterday. It was been a good week. Nice. I know mine's on the way. I should get that next Monday or Tuesday, hopefully. I'd love to see Solo continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check out JB Hi-Fi online and see what they've got. So this is the last of the questions that I have written down. What does Star Wars and being a Star Wars fan mean to you?
What does Star Wars mean to me? I think, if you can sit down with a few friends, watch a movie, and zone out from everything else, then you're doing well. Yeah, just like this, it brings people together, doesn't it? Over what you like, and it doesn't matter if you like episode 6, don't like episode 5, like the prequels, like the sequels. Everyone's a Star Wars collector, a Star Wars fan, and we're here, aren't we?
That's it. It's community. It's friendship.
Yeah.
It's
I'm talking to someone in Australia now. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's so good. Like, never spoken before. Yeah, here we are, like an hour and 10 minutes into a conversation. We've just been talking Star Wars for an hour. So
yeah,
it's just the best.
Definitely.
Take care, guys. Hope you have a good night. Enjoy. Thanks for hanging out for a little while.
Take care.
Much appreciated. It's great. So it's been awesome to hang out with you, Andy. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for letting me on.
Watching now or later. If you haven't subscribed, go subscribe. I'll make sure I put a channel link to Andy's channel straight out of Coruscant. I'll make sure that's in the description. I'll actually do that right now because
thank you very much.
Stupidly didn't put it in there early, so I'll put it in there right now as I'm talking. So it'll be right at the top of the description. www.youtube.com. Is it just straight out of Coruscant, one word for the URL?
Yeah.
I can spell it right. If it doesn't work, then it's probably not too hard to find.
Yeah.
If you can spell Coruscant.
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 My girlfriend, she never remembers what it's called. She just calls it croissant.
Croissant?
Yeah.
I'd love to see a croissant city.
As long as it comes with some butter, you know.
Yeah, it makes sense because there's so many layers.
Yeah, it's true. I'll tell her that.
Oh, we figured it out, George. Sorry, George, we figured you out. We know what you're thinking.
That's a new movie.
I'll just call it new name for a planet. What's for lunch? I'm having a croissant. That'll do. Call it croissant. Throw an extra vowel in there.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much for hanging out, Andy. I will definitely do it again at some point.
Yeah, 100%. Love it.
But yeah, I'll let you get on with your day.
No worries, and have a good sleep.
Yeah, we'll do. I'm gonna go and have myself a coffee now. But
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks to everyone in the chat for coming hanging out tonight. Great to hear some input to some of the questions as well. Yeah, we'll definitely hang out again soon. So thank you guys. May the force be with everyone. Good. Thanks for watching.
Take care, guys. Thank you.